So I'm going to do a quick little first look at this Hometronix dehumidifier, but first of all I'm going to start on the other side of the room and explain why I got this. So this is how I would normally dry my clothes, but I was a bit shocked at how much this actually cost to run when I got a smart meter and from looking online. So this is my smart meter at the moment with the dehumidifier running, all the lights in the house, TV, stuff like that. And I'm going to go and put the tumble dryer on. That's what happens when you put your tumble dryer on, and that's the tumble dryer just starting to heat up. It's not even at full whack. It goes up quite a lot. It goes up to about £1.50. Apologies for the mess. The room's in the middle of being redecorated. So typically, I would put my clothes in the tumble, pants and socks and things like that, towels, things that I don't worry about and get creased, and everything else I would leave on the clothes area. The problem is, as we get into autumn, temperature outside is probably 10 degrees. When I put my heating on 20 degrees, it's not always on. It shuts off and on. And my clothes were taking between 4 and 6 days to dry because the heating's just not on all the time. So I've got this little buddy here. It's in quite a large room. That room sort of goes round the edge there, so it's not a small room. These are better for small rooms. The reason I got it was to dry my clothes, and this uses about 5 pence worth of electricity per hour. From my calculations and based on what it costs to run the tumble, you could have this on between 18, maybe 24 hours before it costs more money. Now, I wouldn't put all my clothes in the tumble anyway, and this is probably more than 2 full loads worth. So I pretty much put my clothes in the dryer, put it there, and then I normally put it on overnight. When I go to work, I'll turn it off, and then I'll put it back on when I come back. So it probably takes a full 20 hours overall to dry clothes, which is still cheaper than the tumble. It's drying the room out a little bit. Kitchens do have a little bit of wetness from, cooking pasta and whatnot. So I got this, 120 quid on Amazon, and I quite like it. The instructions that come in the box are absolutely god awful. They don't explain anything. In fact, I couldn't find how to take off part of the water tray, and I'll show you in a minute. So all you need to worry about is I've got it on top speed, I've got it on clothes drying. You can have it on like a humidity setting. It'll get to a certain humidity and then it'll shut off. You can have it on a timer. What I've actually got it on is just a smart plug, so if I go to work and I think I forgot to turn it off, I can just turn it off from there. So this here is a little humidity setting. When you first put your clothes out, that will go all the way to 99 when they're wet. Obviously they've been wrung out by the washing machine. They're still wet. It's quite a small unit. It's not particularly big. Bit of an odd comparison, but if I put a shirt next to it, there you go, it's about 2/3 of a shirt. Scientific measurements for you there. So how it works is it will suck the humidity through here, and it will throw out air through there. It's got sort of coils in here, just like a refrigerator, and then the water will drop down into this tray at the bottom. You can have it on a continuous drain, so there's a little plug there, and you get a hose with it. The only thing is it works off gravity, so the hose sort of has to go down. So if you want to put it in a bucket that's higher, it might not work. I haven't actually tried it on that at the moment. But I put this on last night. It was on last night for 7 hours with sort of as damp clothes as I would put out here. Then I came in this morning and it was here. This is it's meant to be 12 litres, which means it will take up to 12 litres in 24 hours. However, this is only a 1.5 litre tank, I think. It's quite easy to empty. It will eventually figure out that I've taken this out and turn off. There you go. I couldn't find out in the booklet if I was meant to leave this in or not, because I didn't really see it was adding much value. But there you go. There's your water there. It's quite easy to empty. There you go. It's constantly driven water. So if I put this, which feels a bit cheap and nasty, this little plastic thing in, slide that back on there. It's not too bad to us. It's not the best fitment. It's not terrible. It's very quiet. Well, I would say it's quiet. It's quite noisy if I do this. but compared to even the fan that I've got in my bedroom to cool me in the summer, this is quieter. I would also say it somehow acts as a bit of an air conditioner at the same time, because this is sort of sucking air in and blow it out there. It does make the kitchen a little bit cold. I think if you used to get the best efficiency out of this, you should have a sort of little spare room, box room in your house, and leave your clothes in there, and I think it would dry a lot quicker. It comes on wheels, which is quite nice. That's not it leaking, that's me unloading it and letting it drip everywhere. It's quite a smart unit, sort of white shiny plastic. It's just a little light. It goes red when it's full. There's a few little specs there. And although it is this brand, I've seen 5 or 6 different models online that are all identical to this. So I think it's just each brand will put their name to it, sort of thing. Stick a sticker on it. But for 120 quid, I'm quite impressed. You can change this filter, sort of clean it out. I've only had it about a week now. I mean, I've had dehumidifiers in the past. But yeah, I think it's quite efficient, quite small, quite sort of good looking. It sort of fits in your kitchen, doesn't look out of place. And for me, it's really helping drying clothes out. I can leave them on here, and you know they won't get so many creases. And it seems to take the water out fairly quickly. So I just leave it this way around so that it can sort of suck the air out there and go there. I have been sort of doing that because the wind will dry the clothes a little bit. Or I've also tried sort of putting the clothes on one side, one not there, one not there. Sort of one little drying centre. There's the box for it. But yeah, highly recommended. Thank you.